And we are live. Welcome for this weekly live stream on the latest and greatest news in Ethereum and DeFi. I do this every Monday at 11 p.m. UTC plus 8. Well, actually, it's 8 p.m. Sorry, I'm a little bit late tonight. And if you don't know me, I'm Julian, your host. And on EatTheBlocks, I teach blockchain development. Hi to everybody in the chat. So we have Nora Onchen, T. Samuels, George, Eric, Crypto Michael, Jason Bourne, and quick mention to the upcoming airdrop of EatTheBlocks. So if you're not aware yet, EatTheBlocks is releasing its own token. So this is going to be used to vote for the content of EatTheBlocks, and in the future there are going to be many other features like staking, and it's going to be used in other projects as well. So everybody can get some free token. All you have to do is to register for the airdrop, and after you have also to claim the tokens. This is going to be on Binance Smart Chain, so you need an address on Binance Smart Chain for this. So I put the link for the registration in the chat, so if you haven't registered yet, do it now. Very important, make sure that you control the private key of the Binance Smart Chain that you use for the airdrop, because you're going to need to send a transaction to claim your token. So you cannot use the address of an exchange. It's not going to work. Alright, so we're going to start with the price of Ether. Where are we this week? So we have reached a new all-time high, 2,500 something. So that was absolutely amazing, like a phenomenal bull market, like a straight line. And of course, usually when ETH pumps like this, after it goes down a little bit, so it crashed even below 2,100, and so overall on the week we are flat, but I do think now we've set a new precedent between 2,000 and 3,000, so we're gonna be back at 2,500 soon. And I find this interesting tweet of Justin Drake on Twitter. So he is a famous researcher in the Ethereum ecosystem, and he published a study saying that the combined effect of the upcoming EIP 1559 and the switch to proof of stake will produce more buying power than the deposit contract of ETH2 and Grayscale holding combined. So EIP 1559, this is an upcoming change to Ethereum that's going to basically help to lock more Ethereum, burn more Ethereum, sorry. And so I have a video on this. And for the deposit contract of ETH2 that Justin is referencing, so he referenced when Ethereum 2.0 was started last year. And so for this, the validators had to lock some Ether, which basically lock away some Ether for a long time, which prevent this Ether from being sold in the open market, which is bullish for Ethereum. And about Grayscale, so it's a big crypto fund that started by investing in Bitcoin, and recently he also started to accumulate some ETH. So yes, all of this to say that ETH is gonna pump, basically. All right, so next. What do we have next? Let's see what we have on the crypto market. So we set a new high because of the pump of Ether of more than 60 billion this week. And after it came down because of the market crash, but if you check out the number of Ether that is locked, we keep going up. So now we are at above 11 million. So soon we will have more than 10% of the available supply of Ether locked in DeFi, which is really good. Then if we check out the top winner and loser for the DeFi coin, what do we have? So the top winner is the coin of Maker, so that's probably related to the recent vote. So they voted recently whether or not they should ask A16Z, which is one of the top investor, to be more involved in the governance of Maker, but this proposal was rejected. So basically the community is very happy to basically to work as a community without the influence of VC. Then what else do we have? Rari, which is an NFT marketplace, is pumping really nicely now. Ample Force, the stablecoin, is no, is it? Is it the coin of? Okay, I'm getting confused here. Yearn Finance pumping a little bit. The coin of Chainlink, the coin of Harvest Finance. And what else do we have for the loser? Okay, so SFI, Saffron Finance. Yeah, Saffron Finance is an extremely volatile coin, really. I don't really know how to analyze this coin. Polka started, wow, big drop this week. Yeah, so we heard a lot about Polkadot like a couple of months ago, but since then it's been pretty quiet. We've heard other Ethereum killer, but not so much from Polkadot. Yeah, then Dodo Finance also big drop here. Kyber, it's weird because last week they've announced a new feature, so I would expect them to pump a little bit more. 0x also, it's a bit weird because they've just released their DAO, so their token should pump as well. Okay, so next we're gonna continue with the news of the various DeFi projects. So first, we're going to talk of ZK Porter. So there is a lot of debate in the world of the L2 chain on whether optimistic rollup or zero knowledge rollup will be the best solution. So usually the trade-off is that you always have to sacrifice some security if you want more scalability. And ZK Porter is a new technology for L2 chain that allow you to do up to 20,000 transactions per second, to be compared with 15 transactions per second currently on Ethereum. And you can do this with more security than the alternative technical solution for L2 chains. So for example, you will be able to trade on Uniswap with a transaction fee of about 3 cents. So this solution, ZK Porter, will be available on ZK Sync V2 in 6 months. So ZK Sync is an L2 chain which is created by the same team, Matter Labs. So since L2 chain are going to become so important, it's very important to follow what's happening with this new technical solution for L2 chain. And yeah, probably we are just a few months away from a big migration from Ethereum L1 to Ethereum L2. Every week we have so much news for L2. I'm really excited by this. Next, some news about Gelato V2. So that's a new DeFi protocol to automate certain tasks. So basically you offer some reward to execute some functions. It has several use cases like limit order, dollar cost averaging for AMMs and aggregators, and also stop loss for liquidity provider, which allow liquidity provider to eject from liquidity pool when their impermanent loss becomes too great. So the whole system coordinates a decentralized networks of bots, and there is a feature to prevent bots from front running each other, which is very important. So it's a little bit similar to another project called the Keeper Network, which is a project of André Coinret. Then some use from 0x, which is one of the oldest decentralized exchange on Ethereum. They just released their DAO. So the DAO will only initially control the community treasury. So it gives some extra value to the 0x tokens. That's why before I was a little bit surprised that 0x decreased this week. Then some news from Ribbon Finance. So this is an option protocol, and recently they launched a new product called the Theta Vault. This allows you to sell covered calls and basically earn high yields. So covered calls, this is an advanced strategy in the option market in traditional finance, and now it's available in DeFi. So only use this if you know what you're doing, because this is really advanced. Then Enzo Finance has raised $5 million. So that's a new DeFi protocol to do some social trading on Ethereum. So that means you can create strategy or follow the strategies of other traders. That's a little bit similar to the SET protocol. Then some news from DVIX. So DVIX protocol raised $1.5 million. This is a protocol that is building volatility indices for Ethereum. So for those who don't know, in traditional finance, The VIX index is an index based on the volatility of financial markets. This is often called the fear index. So when this is high, it means that markets are very volatile, options are expensive, and conversely, when the index is low, it means that options are cheap and the market becomes more stable. So this kind of index is not really used by retail investors, but mostly by professional traders and a big finance company. So this is the kind of infrastructure that is needed for derivatives in DeFi and especially for options. Then we're going to talk of Pendle. So Pendle is a new DeFi protocol that raised $3.7 million. They are creating a market for yield derivatives. So yield derivatives are exclusively used by finance professionals to hedge some risk related to the change in interest rates. So these are the biggest market in finance, bigger than stocks, foreign exchange, etc. So it has absolutely a huge potential. So I'm not going to go into detail because it is quite complex, but basically the point is that this is the kind of necessary infrastructure that we need if we want to onboard really big financial institutions on DeFi. And that's really interesting to see like so many derivatives project in DeFi. It really means that we're going to have a new phase of DeFi where we really have the big actors that need all this infrastructure. Next, some news from 03 Swap. So they raised $3 million. They are building a cross-chain aggregation protocol. So they will aggregate the liquidity on different dexes across different blockchain like Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain. So we see more and more of this protocol that are cross-chain. Then we're going to talk of NFT with Meme V2. So Meme is an NFT discovery and farming platform. So this project started as a joke last year, but it rapidly grew in popularity. The V2 of the Meme NFT platform was just released, so they now have a gorgeous interface. It's really, really beautiful. They will soon be integrated on a L2, and they managed to get Beeple on their platform, which I think is a huge win because Beeple is one of the most successful NFT artists. He recently sold the most expensive NFT ever for $69 million. Next, some news from Snowden. So Snowden just sold an NFT for about $5.5 million. And it gave the proceeds of the sales to the Freedom of Press Association. So it's pretty nice to when you see some people leveraging their reputation like this to do some charity, some donation to charity. Next, Disaster Girl. So this is an NFT sold for about $400,000. So this is like a meme which is often used on Twitter. And so what is the story behind this picture? So I'm gonna quote here. So 4-year-old Zoe ran to the burning house in her neighborhood in January 2005. Her dad was a few steps behind with a camera and quickly snapped a few photos of Zoe flashing a devilish green in the inferno ablaze. Discovered by internet connoisseurs, it rapidly spread to every corner of the world, becoming one of the most recognizable images of the 21st century. Yeah. So it's the first time I hear of an NFT of just a regular picture without any editing. So it's quite interesting. Then we're gonna talk of NFT burning. So digital artist Pack has launched an NFT burning platform called burn.art. So in some future NFT collection of this artist, you can only pay with a hash token, and to get some hash token you will need to burn some NFT. So that means you will send your NFT and you will this NFT will never be available for anybody in the future. So the conversion rate between the NFT and hash token will be determined by some algorithm depending on the available supply. So the more NFT that are burned, the fewer hash everyone will get basically. Then we're gonna talk of USPS. So the United States Postal Service will soon get into NFT. So from what I understand, they will use blockchain to have some traceability in the chain of custody. So from the moment the mail is posted to the moment it's received, everything will be traceable on the blockchain. And they will first offer the postage tokens exclusively for legal professionals and government agencies, and they will later extend to the general public. So they reported a revenue of $73 billion from postage in 2020. So potentially there is a huge market for NFT here. Then we're gonna talk of the Coinbase IPO that happened this week. So they just went public on Wednesday, if I remember well. They're becoming the first crypto company to go public. So they went public for $100 billion, which is absolutely huge. And so early investor Gary Tan tweeted about how he turned $300,000 into $2 billion USD. So one of the best investments of all time. And now you can see the price of Coinbase on Yahoo Finance. So the ticker is coin, and so you can see that the price went from about $400 something to about $331. So with so much cash, they will probably do a lot of acquisition in the coming years. So if you are a crypto entrepreneur, you could get a nice paycheck coming from Coinbase. Then some news from Consensus. So they just raised $65 million from Wall Street companies like JP Morgan, MasterCard, and UBS, as well as some blockchain companies like Protocol Labs and the Maker Foundation. So I quote, with this money, they're going to accelerate the convergence of DeFi and Web3 application on Ethereum with enterprise blockchain infrastructure. So basically Consensus products, they want Consensus product to be the primary point of access to Ethereum for developers, enterprise, and consumers, which makes Web3 accessible and useful. So for your information, Consensus owns major piece of infrastructure in blockchain like MetaMask, Truffle, Infura, but also some more enterprise product like Codify and Quorum. So I quote again, when we set out to raise a round, it was important for us to patiently construct a diverse cap table consistent with our belief that similar to how the web developed, the whole economy would join the revolutionaries on the next generation protocol. So yeah, basically they want to have investors from really diverse background, both from blockchain and also from traditional finance. So I think it's a good thing that we see Wall Street invest in blockchain companies, because now they have an exposure to the upside of blockchain, which means that they will have a less incentive to fight so hard the fact that blockchain start to disrupt their own business. So we want Wall Street to have a stake in blockchain. Next. Some news from Shisha Finance. So Shisha Finance, this is a mutual fund for DeFi based in the UAE. So they just raised $9.4 million over 2 weeks in the token sale. So this, in terms of exposure you will get if you invest in this fund, this is a little bit similar to what you get with the DeFi indices like the DeFi Pulse Index, but except that this project is a little bit more centralized, which means that it will appeal more to mainstream users. Then some news from the Defiant. So the Defiant is one of the leading newsletter in DeFi. They just raised $1.4 million from investors in the blockchain space. So the money will be used to build a data platform, and Camila Russo, which is who is the CEO of the Defiant, used to be a journalist in the finance industry, working for big media companies, so she's really well connected. She also wrote a book called The Infinite Machine, which basically tells the story of how Ethereum was created. Next. Some news from VC investment in crypto. So I find this interesting report. I quote that say there were twice as many crypto venture capital deals larger than 50 million in the first quarter of 2021 than there were in all of 2020. So we have much more big deals, big investment this year. So when you have larger investment run, it means that the industry is getting more mature because we have companies that are getting bigger and need more capital. It can also indicate that there is some consolidation in the industry where smaller companies are getting acquired by bigger companies who need more capital for these acquisitions. So this is like a traditional pattern we see in all industries, where at the beginning you have like many small companies and later there are less but bigger companies. Then we're going to talk of regulation with this new publication about token safe harbor. So this is from Hester M. Pierce, who is, I think she is the big boss of the SEC, if I'm not mistaken. So I quote. So basically, this is a set of new proposals from the SEC to be more crypto friendly. So I quote the article. Earlier today, I released on GitHub an updated version of the token safe harbor proposal. The safe harbor seeks to provide network developers with a 3-year grace period within which, under certain conditions, they can facilitate participation and the development of a functional or decentralized network exempted from the registration provision of the federal security laws. Okay, so does it mean that during 3 years we are fine and then we go to prison? I don't know. But yeah, anyway, like it seems to be positive. Then some news from other blockchain. So first from a Binance Smart Chain. So PancakeSwap, which is a big decentralized exchange on Binance Smart Chain, recently surpassed Uniswap total value locked for the first time. So it hit yesterday almost $8 billion, which was about 100 million higher than Ethereum. So that makes the PancakeSwap the largest by asset locked. So PancakeSwap has grown like very, very fast. It only had about $150 million locked just 3 months ago. So it's like a phenomenal growth, very, very, very impressive. Then some news from another protocol on Binance Smart Chain called Mound. So Mound, the developer of Pancake Bunny, which is a DeFi aggregator on Binance Smart Chain. So it's basically a little bit like Yuan Finance. It allows you to have the highest yield. They recently raised $1.6 million from Binance Labs. Still on Binance Smart Chain, news from Nerve Finance, which recently raised $2 million. So this is a decentralized exchange for stablecoins on Binance Smart Chain, so a little bit similar to Curve Finance, but on Binance Smart Chain. So in the past week, the total value locked grew from 200 million to 600 million. So maybe one of the next big DEX on Binance Smart Chain. Then some news from Avalanche, which is one of the so-called Ethereum killer. So, how to pronounce this? Ben Key Finance? Yeah, let's go with Ben Key Finance. So, yeah, Ben Key Finance is a DeFi protocol on Avalanche, and they raised $6 million to build an automated market maker on Avalanche. So, yeah, I've heard a few good things on Avalanche recently. The DeFi sector is growing. Next, we're going to talk of Heco. So MakiSwap, which is the biggest DEX on Heco, has raised $1.4 million. So these funds will be used to build a yield farming platform and automated market maker. So MakiSwap was developed by a cross-chain DEX aggregator called Unilayer. And so Heco is an EVM-based blockchain, so based on the technology of Ethereum, and that was launched by Huobi Exchange, which is a Chinese exchange. So I think that Heco is really at the very beginning of the adventure in DeFi. Then some news from Solana, another Ethereum killer. So Step Finance, which is a DeFi project on Solana, raised $2 million. So this is a DeFi dashboard that allows you to manage all of your DeFi position on Solana from a single dashboard. So this is a little bit similar to InstaDApp or DeFi Saver on Ethereum. Okay, so now we're gonna do the Q&A. So quickly, I'm going to repost the link to the airdrop for the token of EatTheBlocks. So yeah, if you're new here and you never heard of the upcoming token, basically this is a token that allows you to vote for the content of EatTheBlocks, and the token is completely free. To get it, you just need to participate in the airdrop and basically give your Binance Smart Chain address. So I put the link in the chat. You have until the end of this month to register. Okay, so let me scroll up and go a little bit in the chat to see the question. Jason Bones, Julian said he will be late today. His Tinder girl didn't leave apartment. Very good. All right. So THX, hey, Juan Ignacio, hey, Artemi, hi. So these are greeting, Lil Guillotine, hey, Kelber, hi from Brazil. Mayo Gonzalez, thanks for your video, bro, really helpful, thank you. Perminius, hey, Gulab, hi. Abracadabra, hi. Richard G, hi. THX saying Deadmau 5 is about to release an NFT called Hypnocurrency. Wow, interesting. Hi, Ayodeji. Pluto is asking me in French. I translate. Do you still offer the bootcamp? Please let us know. So I have no bootcamp. I have a course. So my main course to become a blockchain developer is a 6-figure blockchain developer. You can find the link in the description of the live stream. A question for Julian from Abracadabra. Your opinion on SafeMoon, SafeBTC? I didn't have time to check it out, but it's noted for next time. Crypt Technology, what's up? Question for Julian, where is the EIP 1559 standing now? I think it's gonna be activated in the next hard fork, which is Berlin, so coming very soon. Lama 6666, hi, fun time with meme coins today. Abracadabra, question for Julian, the Rune protocol made cross-chain between L1 layer. Will that be a game changer? I haven't researched the Rune protocol. Haven't researched that. Abracadabra, Gelato is late. There are working project which already work like Unilayer, Unitrade. Yeah, interesting. That maybe I should do a video on all of these projects where that all basically are there to sort of organize like automated tasks on Ethereum, because this is something super important. This is related to front running. This is a big problem. Nora on chain, any Binance Smart Chain news? Yeah, at the end of just before there was a section on Binance Smart Chain. Jason Porter, Julian, I heard a Bitcoin developer Jimmy Song claiming that Ethereum is crap security wise because Solidity is Turing complete. What do you think about this? No, absolutely not. I mean, the fact is Turing complete means you can run any computation, but you have to pay some gas, so your program cannot run forever. I mean, the track record of Ethereum for security is great. Like all the hack you've heard about Ethereum, it's not related to the protocol itself, but it's always related to bad programming on smart contract. But Ethereum itself was never hacked, only the smart contract. Hi Anguk Krishna, hi Constantin, hi Julian. Have you got an opinion on Dogecoin? Dogecoin, it's just a joke, you know. But as long as we have this bull market, it will pump with the bull market. But there is no fundamental on Dogecoin, so yeah, be super careful. Christian Kakesa, hi. Abracadabra, bought PancakeSwap for 70 cents and still having them. Great. I do think PancakeSwap coins are really going to pump. Someone is asking Vudom, Luna, Terra. Haven't researched this. Ghetto Finance. Hi Julian and everyone. We launched Ghetto Finance It will integrate EatTheBlocks token, yield farming, and staking. Wow, this is great, amazing. Like, I just released the token of EatTheBlocks, and already a lot of people come to me for integration. I'm super happy. Yeah, Ghetto Finance. Yeah, don't hesitate to send me an email, Julian@eattheblocks.com, and you tell me more about your integration. Super happy about it. Fox Rayman, great token video. Details tip on Ledger. Okay, not sure to get the question. Jill, hello from Cameroon. Hey, HNR, hello. Hatimon, hello. Jason Porter, what do you think is the best way to get experience in DeFi as a new blockchain developer? Well, that's to build your own DeFi project. So the easiest is to build some sort of dashboard where basically it's like you just do you show some information about some DeFi project, and next you can do some project where you actually send transaction to the blockchain. So this is the next step. You can check out my course on DeFi, so that's called a DeFi Mastery. It's also in the description of the stream. Jules, what do you think about API 3? I'm not aware of this project. Jill, how long to be a blockchain developer in 2021? I have a video about this on my channel, so search how long to be a blockchain developer, but basically it depends on your background. It can be anywhere from a few months to 6 months, 1 year. It also depends what do you mean by a blockchain developer. If you mean a junior, of course it takes less time, but quite quickly you can get your first gig as a freelancer, and from there you move your way up, and after you get a job. Constantin, I can see your DApp30 course on your website. Have you removed it? It's still available. It's just that it's not in the catalog because it's a little bit similar to another course I have, but just a slightly older. So let me. Okay, I'll put the link so that you have it. I put the link in the chat to DApp30 if you are interested. Okay. Next question. Abracadabra, Thor protocol, cross-chain swap L1. Okay, I'm not aware of the Thor protocol. So many stuff. Like, I can spend the whole week preparing this live stream and still, like, so many things I don't know about. This is crazy. Serenity Source, hi. Jill, where to take some smart contract security course. In DApp30, there is a section on security, but I'm going to have a new course that is coming out about advanced solidity, and this will have a section on security. FD, Dogecoin got a strong community, but not the best protocol and team. Yeah, I don't know much about Dogecoin, so I couldn't quite possibly comment. Domains feed, did you plan to create a tutorial how to list a custom token in Polka Starter or similar platform? Yeah, maybe I'll do some tutorial on Polkadot. Yeah. CR developer, hi, any recommendation to learn about smart contract security development? Yeah, same answer as before. This will be in my course on advanced solidity, but in the meantime you can also check one of the bonus section of DApp30 that I linked just before. There is a section on solidity security. Dylan, have you looked into Solana smart contract? Are they different than ETH? No, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is an EVM based blockchain. No? Yeah, I don't know much about Solana. A question for Julian Abracadabra. The that you are doing, is it French? Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, I can't hide the fact that I was born in France. So even though I left France a long time ago, I still have a lot of mannerism, you know. Yeah. Okay, so I think we have no more questions. So I'm gonna copy paste the last time the link to the airdrop of the EatTheBlocks token. So if you haven't registered yet, make sure to register. You have until the end of the month to get your free token. Last question. Graphical Boss, do you know of any books for building cryptocurrency not on Ethereum? No, like building cryptocurrency, it's something that very few people do, so you don't really have tutorials about this. I do think you have some tutorials on YouTube to build your own crypto, but really at this stage I don't really see the value in creating your own cryptocurrency. There are already a lot of them. Now you have to build on top of a crypto like Ethereum or like a Binance Smart Chain. Then Kos Sik Gaily, do you have any course purely related to DeFi? Yes, it's called DeFi Mastery. You can see in the description of this video. I released it a couple of months ago, and I think this is one of my best course. Like absolutely everybody love it. Lil Guillotine, do you think Ron State will be targeted for being a security in the USA? Well, I have absolutely no idea about this. I heard that the fact to split an NFT into fractions could be considered a form of security by the SEC, but I don't know more. Okay, guys. So another question. Dylan, is my MetaMask address acceptable for the airdrop on Binance Smart Chain if I have that network linked? Yeah, I mean, as long as you control the private key, which is the case on MetaMask, you can use your Ethereum address and that will work too. But just don't make sure to not use an address from an exchange like a Binance or Coinbase, because in this case you don't have access to the private key and you cannot sign transactions, but you will need to sign a transaction to claim your token. First, you register for the airdrop with the link I put just above. And then next month you will need to do a transaction to the Binance Smart Chain to claim your token. All right guys, so I think this is it. No more question. So thanks everybody for coming here, and I will see you later this week for other videos on my channel. Have a great day, have a great week guys. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.